XPT was created around our lifestyle that's evolved from just specifically training for sports like Gabby in volleyball, me for surfing, into kind of overall health and wellness, like from all the things that we've learned from other people. I mean, we call it exploration in performance training, extreme pool training, heat and ice, breath work, mobility. What I saw in some of the training that I was doing is that it was actually undermining some of my performance. And so I started to go, okay, well, how can I train hard, get tired, and benefit, and then be ready all the time somehow, and not be like, okay, well, I did leg day today, and if there's surf in the next 3 days, I'm not gonna be able to surf because I can barely walk. So how can I not have that happen, right? Because that would be a liability. Let's make the rehab exercises our training, and then just turn it up. Like, okay, hey, pool's a great place to go when you're rehabbing because it's, you're protected and
less compound, yeah,
all that. And so, but then all of a sudden we're like, well, then we should just turn that up. Why do we do one thing for recovery or for rehab or recovery, and then we go, okay, we're better now. Now we go over here and do this other completely different thing. It seems crazy to me. It's like, let's incorporate the stuff that we do in recovery, which is the safest, most beneficial stuff we could be doing, and put that into our actual work. People don't just have the luxury to make what you and I get to do. This is our life. For them, they're like, hey, I'm trying to incorporate this into my life while I'm working and raising my kids and doing my thing and doing all the stuff I'm doing. And then, so, that's why I said, well, what's the most beneficial things you can do? And
efficient.
Efficient use of time, efficient use of energy, efficient being productive. The number one thing that what I see people benefiting from is breath.
Yeah.
That most people really just don't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
And that's the most obvious one. It's like if I said, okay, number one, breath. Number two, and by the way, pool training specifically is all about breathing. It's all breath patterns. Every exercise, every little routine I give you will be a breath pattern. Like if I go say, okay, we're gonna do 200, we're gonna do 50 jumps, that's 50 breaths. If I say we're gonna do 10 laps, that's 10 breaths. If we, or that's 20 breaths or 30 breaths, depending on how we incorporate our breath within it. But breath is the most overlooked, underutilized resource that humans have. And then we get into thermoregulating, probably the next most energy consuming.
Where breath work has to be incorporated into that as well. I guess you have to lower your blood pressure and your heart rate through your breath when you're in the cold.
For sure.
That's my assumption.
For sure. Well, you start to control your body that way. That's how you control it. If you're have anxiety, how do we make people calm down? I always tell people, I go, what do people do when they're trying to relieve tension? They sigh. I go, well, that's a down regulator. Okay, perfect. So now we know down regulation. Just an extended exhale is a down regulator. So if you want to down regulate somebody in an exercise, you just have them do an extended exhale.
Especially right? When you've been following a pattern that's got you to be the best where you are now. But
absolutely.
Like if you want that edge, if you want to break that plateau, if you want more longevity, you have to be open to those changes. You can't be so bold and brash to say, no, this is a program that's worked for me.
For sure.
And you're going to tell me what to do, but have that doubt in your mind.
For sure. Well, if you look, and that's usually the guys right below the top guys, I always find that they are always willing to be open. They're into learning. And so there's a, if you're trying to get, you're right there, you're like, you're very paranoid. You're scared to change any little thing because you're almost there. Where the other guys that have gotten there, chances are they've had to do a few modifications along the way. And failure is a big part of it. If you've been hurt or knocked down or, that has a tendency to make you be more open to try new things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to run you through everything. I'm just going to give you something more suited to your thing. First a mask.
Okay.
Suck in, and if there's a seal, it's good.
No, it's not sealing. Yeah. Okay.
So that'll make it. I always am trying to break it up, right? I'm always trying to break up the routines in general. So, but we incorporate heat and ice into the training as part of our training, right? So a lot of times people get hot, get them nice and hot, because talking about warm up.
Yeah.
Nothing better, no better way to warm up than that.
Right. Yeah. Of
Because
course.
first of all, you didn't put any exertion out except sit there. So that's a great way to warm up.
Got it.
So getting hot first before we do an activity is one thing that we like to do. Right now it's a warm day, so we can just go right in the water. I want to show you a couple of things in the water, and then we can shift out and do ice and heat.
Okay. Cool.
What we're going to do right now, just so you can, I want you to feel it is exhale over, inhale when you come up.
Okay.
Exhale back, inhale when you come up.
Exhaling all the way across.
That's right. You can draw through your nose. Initially, it'll go out of the mask, and then final anything left out the mouth right before you come up.
Okay.
Then it's in through the mouth, obviously. Exhaling across, in. Exhaling across, in. But I want you to feel what happens as you go so exhale, inhale, and we'll go back and forth until you're not happy.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Nice big breath first. That's just a little piece of the kind of cardio stuff that we can implement with, by the way, not huge movement, not like you're not on an assault bike just blowing yourself out.
Not at all.
But we're definitely working on that system.
Yeah.
We're working on the cardio, right?
Yeah.
With a pretty minimal amount of damage on the body. We're not putting a big load on you. You're not getting hammered, but cardiovascularly getting hammered. So those are the kind of things that we can do in this environment that lead us to becoming more efficient.
More breathing, yeah.
Oh yeah, and in conjunction with movement.
Yeah.
So because a lot of the movement that we do, we move, but we don't connect breath with movement.
Got it. Now this is starting to make sense now.
And something that people don't realize is that when you're in the compression of water, your blood flows through your lymphatic system in 1 hour, which normally takes 24 hours. So part of the reason why you don't get muscle soreness when you're in the water, and this is what I understand. I always give a disclaimer, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I understand that compression on you allows your blood to flow through in a way that you can't really get that soreness that you get when you bang iron on land.
Yeah,
because I'll do a leg day.
Makes sense, yeah.
I'll do a leg day up here, and we'll be sore for the week, right? But I'll do that same leg day and all the same volume, maybe more volume. I'll be exhausted, tired, maybe a little, but not sore, and definitely not fatigued, but not sore. So that's one of the benefits of being in the compression.
Yeah, because you think about it, you use compression boots and compression sleeves all the time to help with that. Yeah,
best compression in the world. This is the best compression in the world. The most even, the most perfectly suited for your body. You can make a machine. You can use all Nortec and all this stuff. This is the best in the world. Well, this pool is about 12 years old.
All right.
Yeah. I want you to watch what I'm doing. So it's a curl, it's a press, and then it's a jump.
Okay. Curl, press,
jump to get the air, because you're jumping to get the breath. So you're jumping, and when you come out, I want you to slam the weights down. Now I'll do a few reps. Put your mask on and watch.
Okay.
Watch me, and then you can do your version of it. But just watch these.
Got
Okay,
it.
see that?
Got it. Okay.
That's your move.
So it's deadlift to the floor, touch.
Yep.
Come up, clean it, jerk it, jump.
And breathe, but
Breathe, yeah.
yeah.
Course.